We are live at Riverside Revival for WMOT Roots Radio for Words of Music with William Prince.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
We're getting right to it, eh? I like that. All right.
So nice good to see you.
Nice to see you. You beat me to it. Yes. Nice to be back.
Oh, so good. Well, the last time I saw you, I believe, was opening for the Warren Treaty.
Yeah.
And that was such a great night. That goes back a little ways.
Wonderful time. Yep. That was a great run. I feel like I just revisited all those places over the last 2 weeks. So it's been really, really sweet out here. And yeah, shout out to the Trotters being doing all they do.
They're so amazing. They're on the road all the time too.
Yeah. I just talked to Michael yesterday.
Oh, cool. He
called me and gave me his opinion on me not getting him down to my show last night.
Ooh.
So
I'm sad that I didn't make it either.
But he sent all his love. So.
Yes.
But you had a dinner, I hear.
I
very
had more
important.
Thanksgiving.
That's great. Well, as long as you're giving thanks, that's the best part.
Giving thanks is a lovely thing. And
need more of that.
Getting together with people to give thanks.
Well, in your circle, of course.
Is really, really lovely. And again, we got to eat more sweet potatoes and more turkey, more ham, So.
Yeah, we're like 2 weeks earlier than everybody here. So we had ours just before that was my last hearty meal was Thanksgiving in Canada before we took off.
So what do you eat when you're on the road? Do you have specific things that you like to try to stay away? You try to get vegetables?
We're just discussing this. I have to try to stay off the handhelds and the 50 Shades of Beige. Everything is, if it's beige, it probably shouldn't go. But yeah, we luck out in the green rooms. So hopefully get some berries and bananas there, and yeah, I try to stay healthy and get a lot of diners. I can always make the choice. All our food is brought to us, so I can very much order the salad instead of the clubhouse sandwich once in a while. But it's my favorite, and I gotta watch all my sweets and stuff. That's how we stay moving out here.
Yeah. Well, you've been moving a lot too. So I thank you for staying over to come hang out with us.
Anytime.
This run ended last night, right?
Yeah, I was out with my friends O.C. Elliott. We played the CMA Theater last night and had some friends out there at the show. And it's so sweet. What a wonderful duo, and just the crew, and took such good care of us. And really wonderful shows here in the States. People listening, being pin drop. It's so wonderful that you can come as two Canadians, really. We're both Canadian acts, and some of my biggest shows down here have been, Canadian bills. So that's pretty neat to see the response and the love and a lot of people singing back to me. So climbing the mountain in the best way.
Well, I think also your music is so nurturing that it speaks to people being silent to listen.
Sure.
It's really kind of cool.
Like a second Thanksgiving dinner. That's what they say.
Exactly. As we segue to the next holiday, which you've put out some Christmas music. Thank you.
I am yes, thank you. I'm pumped about it. People have been mentioning it for a while, and it just felt like the right time to put some Christmas music. My dad made a Christmas record when he was still alive, the #1 Christmas album in our family, many years running now, and that was an early inspiration for me. I always thought of that, and I had to do it my way, of course. I had to write them. That was the whole thing. So trying to introduce some new classics to the Christmas ether of things, and really, really wonderful to be at home in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and working at the No Fun Club, one of the best studios in North America, right in the heart of Winnipeg now. And got to shout out my band, Cody Awasiuk, John Barron, and Stephen Arundel, Kieran Plasetka, Fontaine, Boy Golden, Liam Duncan producing, and just a whole cast. Chris Ulrich and Austin Parahoniak, just heavy hitters. And Nashville's own Caitlin Rates playing all the strings, and Ben Plotnick from the Fretless, just helping me make the Christmas songs of my dreams here. And I'm so thankful to this supportive cast. It's always lifting me up.
It's really great to have a cadre of people like that.
And of course, my sweetheart, Alicia Grace, anytime we get to sing together, we cut my favorite Christmas song. We did Silver Bells, and I've always loved that song. So to get to sing with her again is always special. So,
would you play a song for us?
Yeah, let's start right here. Once again, that time of year, snowflakes falling, Christmas cheer feels like everything when it's just you and me by the fire. So don't go leaving me, it's Christmas Eve. Santa done made up his mind about us, and truth is we both been a little bit shy of the kindness implored by the season. So let's just sit and talk till the cold wears off and the frost lets us see eye to eye. If you were to leave, there just wouldn't be Christmas this Christmas. Deck the halls with mistletoe, fill my stocking with your love and go. I'd do anything if you'd wake up with me Christmas morning. Don't go leaving me, it's Christmas Eve. Santa done made up his mind about us, and truth is we both been a little bit shy of the kindness implored by the season. So let's just sit and talk till the cold wears off and the frost lets us see eye to eye. If you were to leave, there just wouldn't be Christmas this Christmas. Tell me, Santa, what can I do? Trade my presents, I'd be a good boy too. I'd give up anything if she'd come down that chimney with you. Don't go leaving me, it's Christmas Eve. Santa done made up his mind about us, and truth is we both been a little bit shy of the kindness employed by the season. Let's just sit and talk till the cold wears off and the frost lets us see eye to eye. If you were to leave, there just wouldn't be Christmas this Christmas. Take down the tree, see it come New Year's Eve. No Christmas this Christmas. No Christmas this Christmas.
Beautiful.
Almost. Thank you.
William Prince is our guest for Words and Music at WMOT. Has anybody compared your voice to a woodwind instrument?
I've gotten a plethora of comparisons over my time.
Thinking
everything.
oboe?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe?
That's exciting.
Bassoon? No.
Yeah, that's there. That's very nice. The best part about that, dusting it off, like we made that last Christmas season, which is very, very special. To anybody out there that's made a Christmas album, I'm sure they can attest. It's a whole different vibe when you're doing it in May, June, July versus, we took a few days. It was December 22nd, 23rd. We went and laid down the songs and, prime Christmas time. And then feeling thankful, feeling grateful for the season. And then the next day, right, Christmas Eve, my newly paid off car engine exploded, a coolant in the engine. So it was such a, different spectrum of feelings there. And I was in such a good mood from the songs. It didn't even bother me. I just took it, as one of those things. And so I had to, it was interesting doing the last minute runaround at Christmas time, because I'd been in the studio working on these songs and last of the stocking stuffers and no car. And man, just one of those things, right? And still so thankful for everything that goes on. We have such a nice time and at Christmas in our house, and I was used to wonder, how do our parents act so satisfied with no gifts sometimes or just one thing? And really, it's your children. I think of when I see my son on Christmas morning, I gotta regulate. You just want to give them everything, and but he always has everything he needs, and that's what I love about the season. So
My son used to be so funny Christmas morning. It'd be an array of toys, but there'd also be some clothing. And he would just open the present and take it and fling it.
and it's funny, you get older and you're like, the fresh socks are gold.
Totally. My kids got me socks 2 years ago, and I wear them. I'm wearing them right now.
I think there's a saying.
They're so perfect.
Yeah, something you want, something you need, something to wear, something to read. That's kind of
that's cool.
Kind of a cool model for the gifts and stuff. So. That's always lovely. Gift giving is a big part of my love language. My parents were very generous, and I saw that firsthand all the time. My dad was far from a wealthy man and couldn't afford most things in this life, but he loved picking up somebody's dinner tab at the next table without telling them and then walking out, just building on his karma and stuff. So yeah, I think of him this time of year, especially since, On Christmas Day by Ed Prince, one of my favorite Christmas records, and a 16-year-old me played on the last song on that record.
Oh, how cool.
Why Me Lord,
cool.
Christofferson cut. And
Wow.
Yeah, so I always get nostalgic this time of year. And that one, what a melancholy little tune, but I just loved it, It just spoke to me in a nice way, this idea of, come on, we might as well stay together one more day till Christmas kind of thing. Maybe that'll be the gift. We'll wake up and love will be there again or something,
I love that you did a gospel record also.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was we still play it. Such a wonderful vibe to it and great sentiment and
a sound in print, I call that. I'm a big believer in the cosmos. I don't really subscribe to anything anymore. That record was a lesson in the way Christianity played a role in the life of a lot of people on the reserve, and it was a big dividing line. So I was there for the music. I was there setting up guitars and amps and, helping the community with songs when we could, and that's what I took away from it. So yeah, the gospel record, Gospel First Nation, is where I learned all my music. So I just tip your hat to your roots. That's where we are. And
well, the other thing too that I absolutely love as we talk is your voice is so soothing, and I know that you were on the radio as well.
Yeah, well, I owe this extra soothing voice to Robert's Western World last night, where I spent about $200 on the band requesting Keith Whitley, Alan Jackson, and Gary Allan all night. So Nashville, thank you so much for a wonderful evening. We wrapped up the tour last night, and those are always an occasion. We were dancing, and there was a real fiddle, and I think it was Tom Buller is his name down there, and Just Plain Trouble, he and his son. So fitting, My dad and I were a guitar-son duo, and picked the right bar, right place, and all night we just sat there and loved the atmosphere, loved being alive and healthy, and here with friends, a purpose to play the CMA Theater. Every time I come to Nashville, I just have these bigger and bigger, beautiful welcomes, and Nashville's got a rep for being hard on songwriters, and I feel like I'm here and so fortunate, like I say, opening shows for the War and Treaty, O.C. Elliott, and playing the Ryman a couple times now, the Grand Ole Opry, and I just feel really, really lucky to be cutting this path my way, and we're doing it. We're here together again.
We love what you do.
These songs.
Exactly.
Thank you. That means the world to me.
Well, and you mentioned Emmylou before we got rolling today, and
gosh,
that's so amazing that she listens to your music too.
Distinct pleasure of meeting the incredible Emmylou Harris, Newfoundland Folk Fest. We got dropped off. We did our sound check, and then the driver, I'm not going to mention any names, but I said, Emmylou Harris was just in here talking about you. And I said, shut up and tell me everything. What do you mean? And tell me every word she said about me. But she mentioned that she really loves the music, and she couldn't make the set because we were starting at 10 that night. But I said, well, take me to her right now. And I went and saw her. She was having dinner with the band, and I went in and introduced myself, and she was so sweet. Said, my daughter and I listen to you all the time, and man, I still think about that moment. And she, would you mind if I took a photo with you? And I said, yes, Emmylou Harris, you take all the photos you want with me. And I think my family would be so happy to know that, because she was a huge hero to all of us, and yeah, as incredible and more as I ever imagined her. So shout out to Emmylou for doing everything you do and being so inspiring.
It's great to be amongst heroes too.
Yeah, it's quite surreal these days. It's really, really wonderful to kind of be, making my way and making friends. All the people I talked to this week and over the past couple weeks, just being on the road, and I'm in your town and back again and thinking about you, and yeah, it's so much more than I imagined.
Well, and you're flying out tomorrow to Toronto. Yeah,
heading back to Canada. You familiar with Mr. Andy Kim? Do you know that name?
Yes, of course.
Sugar. Holy smokes. So he's got his annual Christmas show happening at Massey Hall, a place that I've come to frequent so many times now, and it's almost unbelievable in itself too. But my second time taking part in the Andy Kim Christmas show, benefits a lot of wonderful charities, and a lot of great artists come out for that and lend their voices for the night, and it's always a nice holiday wrap up. It's been a few weeks out here, and I'm excited to get home to my son, and that's the stop on the way, and it's a joy and privilege to be doing it all.
Oh, heck yeah. We're going to ask you to play another song if that's cool.
All right. Well, this one, what more than the sounds of Christmas, right? This one was kind of born out of my love of late night skating, after dinner, and that's what Christmas feels like. When you're from Canada, you're kind of born with skates on, in a sense, and this is the sound. That's the sound of Christmas. Gather round, it's Christmas. One day soon, we're gonna miss this sweet sound of Christmas. Mama's in the kitchen yelling, get out the way. Dinner's almost ready, hide those candy canes. My uncle's snoring on the couch 'cause he works all day. That's the sound of Christmas. The dogs start barking, someone new walks in. Cold beer, Yahtzee, cashews in a tin. There goes my aunt, she can't stop laughing again. That's the sound of Christmas. That's the sound of Christmas. Gather round, it's Christmas. One day soon, we're gonna miss this sweet sound of Christmas. In the mall, a small child's crying out loud. Carols playing over a noisy crowd. Can't go up 'cause the escalator's down. That's the sound of Christmas. That's the sound of Christmas. Gather round, it's Christmas. One day soon, we're gonna miss this sweet sound of Christmas. And I know you won't always be around, so I'll hold on to that beautiful sound. Sharpened skates on fresh cleared ice, slap shot ringing off a frozen pipe, church bells ringing late into the night. That's the sound of Christmas. That's the sound of Christmas. Gather round, it's Christmas. One day soon, we're gonna miss this sweet sound of Christmas. That's the sound of Christmas. Gather round, it's Christmas. One day soon, we're gonna miss this sweet sound of Christmas. Ba ba da 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 ba ba da da ba ba da 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 ba ba da 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 ba ba da da ba ba da da da. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas.
This is actually the first Christmas music we've played on WMOT.
This is the first time I've ever played these songs live. I kid you not. Like, when I say I was playing these last year, I mean it. So I was dusting them off in the hotel for you, and thank you for debuting these. Go listen to them. They're so beautifully produced. They're so loud and joyful, and I'm so proud of that, you know. Standing in the joy is really what I'm trying to be about, you know, more and more. And that's hard. Hard to be vulnerable like that. Hard to, you know, say I'm fighting back. I'm thrashing against all the anxiety and the depression and all those different things that very much live on my skin and in me. And talking old traumas from growing up on a reserve and all those challenges. And, you know, it's here that I'm declaring that to be, you know, joy and happiness radiate in my life just as much. And I'm so glad. It kind of lets you put on a different Santa hat, if you will. And, you know, I love a good writing challenge like any writer does. So I'm really, really proud of writing 2 original Christmas songs. And maybe it's one of those things I'll add to over time. Maybe there's a couple more next year or something, and one day it's a record. But yeah, I love those songs now, and
I think
you.
That one is an instant classic.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's really
they're picking up now. It's really exciting to see, sometimes hard for my music to find its place out there, but Christmas can be kind of the great equalizer. You got a great Christmas song, and it can change everything. It's already bringing more people to hear my stuff, and that's the goal of great songs, is they lead to more great songs.
Well, and I love, too, that music is sort of the equalizer, no matter what you're feeling, or if you have a headache, or, you're roiling from something. Being able to put yourself in the music, whether in the audience or whether playing it, for me, it's present time. The baggage goes away, and you're in it, and it's joyous. It's wonderful to be able to shed all of that stuff and just be in the moment.
Yeah. I heard something about how music is how we decorate time, and that's so cool, like we use movies and visuals for space, but I think music is how we decorate the time that we get, and I'm so thankful, So you ever think about that? Like, number one, I listen to music in such a different way. I think you do too. Like people that make music, it's almost like people that make movies the same way. It's like, oh, that song is so good. It just makes me think of how good everybody in that room was, and to pull that off, and it's almost exhausting. It almost can wreck it for you if you're not careful. Like, stop overanalyzing. How long did they spend on that snare sound or that kick drum, or what guitar is that, and what are every setting to the notch I need to know. But I think there's something unassuming, unpretentious about joyful Christmas music that strips all that back, and I just hear a great story, and it really warms up the December, especially where I'm from. And I'm glad we have new music in the world, too. Anytime there's new songs, it just feels really great. So,
speaking of new, are you working on other stuff?
Yes, yeah. I'm. I just actually wrapped all the primary vocals on the new record before I left for this tour. That was our 3-4 days leading up to the airport. Was all right. I call them my plane takes. If I don't make it back, this record's still coming out, and it was important for me to get all the vocals down. But the incredible Boy Golden, Liam Duncan, we've been working on the record, and got a really great collection of songs that I think are going to move things the way I want them to go, songs that I'm going to be proud to play at Merle Fest next year.
That's
just
so
announced
exciting.
that today.
Wow.
There's another great thing that's going on is, expansion and just people getting to hear these tunes. That's everything. It's so great. I have so much help these days and support, and it brings about good music, and that's where I'm at right now. Challenging myself too. Eventually the voice, the way your mouth makes words, your hands, your vocabulary is just going to change. And, I could have made another contemplative TED Talk kind of acoustic record, but, Elvis and Dylan all went electric, and all those guys. So this is the age of speed and volume for me in a little ways. So I'm really excited. I'm going to get home, and just so happy to report, just bought my first home, and we were on the road. We bought it sight unseen because we were on tour, and sent over and got videos back and purchased this beautiful home. One of the first in my family's history, to own something like that. And, as a First Nations person, to own a piece of land again, and to put my house down there. My son has his own childhood home, and there's a dog coming as soon as we're home from tour. This is like so cliche, the beautiful home and the dog at Christmas. And I tell you, coming from the place where I felt in such a deficit of blessings and fortunes and all those things, this really is a testament to just kind of holding on, and one day it's all going to pay off, kind of thing.
Good on you.
I'm excited to go home, set up my amps and pedals and my electric guitars, and start learning the new record. It's gonna get my chops up again. So new stuff. I'm so excited. Excited for.
When do you think we'll see it?
Yeah, it's in the very capable hands of Boy Golden right now. So I'm hoping next 6 months kind of start putting some songs in the world, and then depending where it lands, we'll take it from there. I'm hoping for next year so we can kind of plan the winter Canadian tour and then have the festivals open up in summer. I'm in a really interesting place right now. The Stand in the Joy tour was such a massive success in Canada. We played all these beautiful, 2,500 seater soft seaters, and so many sold out dates, and my first bus tour with a crew and lighting and all the people, everything I saw as a kid when I was waiting behind the venue and thinking the gods are in that bus right now. People, my heroes, my people I idolize, and just thinking what a life. And then you realize, you're there doing the same thing. So I have to be patient right now. There's places for me to go, but there's also a time for me to go there. And it's just kind of taking a rest, and it's been really conducive of great creation and seeing my son, making up for time, and not making up. He knows what we're doing out here. He's super proud of me. No time lost, but getting to just be a dad when I get home, put the guitar down for a week at a time too is something. Not in the pressure cooker all the time, and it's good for me. It's good for my mental health, and we got to talk about that more too.
All of this is so wonderful.
Yeah, so I'm really, really fortunate. I'm as blessed as I've ever been right now.
So great. One more song?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see. Well, I was just talking about things working out. And I know that Yellowstone show is back now, and I was really lucky to have this song on that show. And we were just talking about that, having the clarity, I guess, the faith for things to work out, and let the cosmos do their thing in time. Trust it. Trust yourself. I'm going to dedicate this to you and this station and beautiful Nashville for everything you've given me, and last night, and all my friends that are just doing the same thing, working on songs, and keep your head up. So much chaos that I can't get through. So much time, none for me and you. Love the way you can't stay late. Take you home before daylight breaks. And all I know is one day this will all pay off. And all I know is we pay the dues while they watch the clock. We pay the dues while they watch the clock. Love you now like I loved you then. Every day a new friend. Hold you close until time amends. The time we have to the time we've spent. And all I know is one day this will all pay off. And all I know is we pay the dues while they watch the clock. We pay the dues while they watch the clock. We sing la 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 la. We sing la 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 la, la. We sing la, 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 la. La, 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 la. And all I know is we pay the dues while they watch the clock. We pay the dues while they watch the clock. We pay the dues while they watch the clock.
William Prince has been our guest here for WMOT Roots Radio, Words
Happy
and
to be
Music.
back. Thank you for having me back. Holy smokes. 2 debuts and a favorite today.
Love. May you continue to walk in grace. And thank you so much for
Thank you.
bringing this to us today.
Thank you. Thanks everybody here for your help today. Appreciate it. And yeah, so humbled and honored to spend more time with you. Really, really appreciate it.
Love it.
Thank you very much.
Jessie Scott for WMOT
Thank you,
at
Jessie.
Riverside Revival with William Prince.
See you, everyone. Thank you.